this video isn't going to be all negative, but it is going to start in a negative way, so just hold on. So I wanted to talk about my limiting beliefs. And the thing about limiting beliefs is most of the time they're just in your head and you kind of blow them out of proportion into something that they aren't and let them control your life. And there are a few things that I feel like have always held me back and still continue to do so. But there are also some things that I have been working on and are no longer as limiting for me. Like in the past there have been huge things that I've felt have completely controlled me but now aren't so bad, so I wanted to share those as well. But yeah, the first one is to do with my job. So I currently work part-time in retail and I feel very underemployed. But the reason that I don't have another job, maybe a more full-time or more consistent job or something that pays a bit more, is because I have this real deep sense that I will let people down if I'm in a role that has more responsibility or like has more hours that I would have to work. So I almost feel like it's better or easier to work less and stay inside this little bubble of, you know, less than 20 hours a week sometimes, because I know that I can handle that, and any more than that can feel overwhelming. But I also know that that's just a perimeter that I've built around myself, and in truth I think these days I could actually handle a lot more and a more maybe fulfilling job. I do enjoy my work as long as we're busy, and like I do a lot of visual merchandising and things, but it's not really sort of engaging my brain, or I don't really feel like I'm contributing much, but that's all I've sort of allowed myself to do. So yeah, that's the first one, and that ties into the next one, which is that I don't necessarily feel like I deserve to earn a lot of money or have a lot of money, and so I keep myself in these jobs because it is easier, you know, as I said before, it's easier to just work less hours, a less demanding or responsible job. And yeah, that really holds me back, because now, you know, I'm nearly 28 and I have a lot of things that I would like to do. I would like to travel one day. I would like to buy a house one day, maybe. Maybe in the future I would like to pay off my student loan. But for some reason, the thought of having money to play with just feels like something that I don't deserve. Like there are so many more people in this world that are personally, I believe, like better people than me that deserve that money, which is kind of strange because, you know, everyone hopefully has the ability to earn money or, you know, receive assistance if that's not possible. And yet I have more than enough ability and capability to earn a decent amount of money. You know, I'm not stupid. I just have, again, built this perimeter around myself of what I feel that I should have in life. So yeah. Yeah, the other one is something I have spoken about before, but it's just to do with like friends and relationships and romantic relationships as well. Like, I don't necessarily feel that I deserve good friendships or good relationships, or that I don't really have the capabilities to have good relationships in my life. And this is something that has sort of changed a little bit recently, but it still affects me so much. But there are, as I said, things that are changing, and I'm starting to move out of my limiting beliefs about other people. So for a long time, with like social anxiety and things as well, I've always feared other people, and that they are sort of not necessarily out to hurt me, but that I will be hurt by other people. And so I've, again, building a little box around myself to keep myself safe, or what I deem as safe. I have realised that there are good people in this world, and friendship doesn't have to always look a certain way. It doesn't need to be messaging every day, seeing each other every weekend, hanging out whenever we're free. It can be, it can look different. And so my beliefs around like relationships and things have evolved a little bit because of that. So I guess the point of this video is just to say that I think the more we progress through our lives, these things will pop up, these limiting beliefs, and the more you expose yourself to different situations, new things will pop up. But at the same time, the more you allow yourself out of your comfort zone and to like feel discomfort, you might start to find that the old beliefs start to fall away a little bit. So it's worth just pushing through and fighting against your own brain, because our brains are very wired to keep us safe, and sometimes that safety net is actually just the thing that's holding us back from having the life we want. So, in my case, I need to remind myself that I do deserve a good life. I do deserve and have the ability to make money and reach my goals and dreams, and I do have the capacity to take on harder work, and I'm not gonna fail. And even if I do fail, it's a learning experience, and it's not something that should completely stop me from trying. And if you feel like you have things that are holding you back as well, just take baby steps and widen your circle of safety. Circle of safety box. I don't know what to call it exactly, but we're so caught up in our heads, and I think for different people, depending on their childhoods and things, it shows in different ways. And like obviously for me, with my parents, I felt quite worthless a lot of the time as a child, and so that is obviously why these things come up, that I don't deserve good things. But I can see the other side now. It's not just this plain black and white thing, like I don't deserve these good things. I can now say I have always believed that I don't deserve these things, but I know that that's not true, so I'm trying to hold on to that belief that I do have the ability to get the things I want. And I guess the last thing I want to say is that your worth is not determined by how people have treated you in the past or will treat you in the future. As long as you know your own worth, and your worth is a lot higher than you think, then everything will be okay. Yeah. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.